Welcome back to New Cammack. You make it back to St. Michael the Archangel Church, which is no longer on fire, though you do see the remnants of like a little bit of smoke coming off of it.
Is that how they advertise the church? We're no longer on fire. Did you not get the memo? I own this place now. And he's just like trying to push back past the guy.
And there's this look of realization. He's like, "Oh, Billy, you dummy, you did it again."
Darby makes a mental note to fire that guy.
Oh, no! He's doing his best, damn it.
His divine purpose is to protect this city. And so he's going to his chopper.
Okay.
In fact, I've prepared for this. Wait a minute. There we go.
I'll be damned. Very large thing with a tarp over it, and what looks like several naked men with their backs to you standing near it.
What? Darby is, I think, shaken out of his reverie and does a double take. Like, what the fuck?
There are a series of identical statues made of some sort of grayish metal. And as you get closer, you see that they are fully naked Steve Buscemi's.
Okay. Darby is confused by this and is intrigued to take the tarp off the structure, whatever is underneath. He's going to take a look-see.
It is a trebuchet.
What?
There is yet another of these Steve Buscemi metal statues just hanging out in it, ready to go. And then all the other ones appear to be like additional ammunition for this Buscemi.
It's a Trebuscemi.
There's a big lever, big cartoonish looking lever. That's the only obvious way to interact with it. And everything appears to be under tension, as if this lever is ready to do what it...
Okay. All right. So two things. First, Darby immediately pulls the lever.
Ah!
You pull a lever, and a big weight on one end drops down, and the statue of Steve Buscemi is pulled up, counterbalanced by that weight, and at the very top is flung quite violently just into the night, where you would have a difficult time tracking it or figuring out where specifically it might land.
I'm going to ask a follow-up question. I don't want you to read too much into this.
Can you load a helicopter into a trebuchet?
No. How much do the statues weigh relative to, say, a 90-year-old naturalist? Like, vis-a-vis Darby, how heavy are these statues?
Much heavier than you are. We'll say it's several hundred pounds, but not too heavy for you to lift, given that you are a monster.
Wonderful. So you actually got the wrong idea for what I was intending here.
It's on like a circular track. You don't have to pick it up and put it back down in a different orientation.
Well then, Darby, I think, like, spins it at random first. Just like trusting the fate. So I don't know if you want to roll a dice or I can.
Just did. So 2 would be like either northeast or east-northeast. Let me look.
It is now aimed straight up.
It's just gonna catch him.
Just to prove to Blake that I can be higher in the air than him.
It's pointed pretty much right at Darby Manor.
Okay. Bombs away.
Oh my fucking god.
Just roll 1d10, and that'll help me determine what specifically you land on, or in, or around, or through. That is
Or
one.
multiple things. No. No.
Oh, I wish I had just a ton of time to think up
You know what?
something.
Let me stop you. I think this is clearly the dumbest shit that I've ever done. I think I'm gonna try to lucky re-roll this because my very first thing after my derangement can be such an epic failure. And this feels like one of the highest stakes. One of the highest stakes things that I've ever tried to do. So botching it seems like really costly and potentially problematic. So I think I'm gonna roll this again.
I'll allow it.
You know what? I'm just gonna trust the fate. If it fucks up again, it fucks up again.
It's a 1 again.
God damn it! God damn it! No.
It was meant to be.
Okay. So I think I land right in my El Camino. Like I destroy it. Like I come down on it like a nuclear bomb. Like directly into through the top of the garage and into the car. Like doing catastrophic damage.
You don't land in it. I think you land through it.
Yeah. It's catastrophic in a way that is just like purely personal to Darby. Like only his stuff has been destroyed.
I appreciate the cosmic irony and the fact that this was prefaced by a medium long form discussion of, yeah, it's not really a big concern because I've succeeded at every stupid fucking thing I've done this entire campaign.
It works until it doesn't. Okay, this is fine. Let's learn. Okay, wait. This will go better when it matters. This was just a practice run. And he just starts like walking back to
I didn't have a cape on. That was a problem.
Yeah. Just making excuses. The outfit was wrong. I'm pretty sure the hypotenuse is involved somewhere here. I don't know all the geometry, but we're gonna figure this out. Back to the drawing board. I think we're really onto something here. And if I can get this contraption welded to the helicopter, I think we're really gonna be in business, Batman style.
I'm imagining the trebuchet being welded to the helicopter, but from the bottom. And the weird uppercut potential, it's like the punching helicopter. You could knock things up into the air. It'd be great.
Yeah, aim it just right so that you pick up people on the street and just fling them off into the horizon.
Precisely.
Toasty!
What a nightmare.
Oops.
Comrade, in your absence, our aristocrat has been rendered prone. We now command your aid to help make well his fleshy abundance once more.
Augustyn, help me.
Elizabeth turns to Excavo and kind of tacitly requests a translation.
Archibald is in torpor.
You have responsibilities while Archibald is indisposed. Your responsibility is to take care of this city. You are effectively the prince right now.
I am fucking jumping up and leaping inside.
We think a fair payment for that would be exclusive embracing rights for a brief period of time.
Why do you want this? Exclusive embracing rights. Why do you want this so badly? And why do you not think Archibald would grant this to you?
If you would feel more comfortable abdicating your responsibilities as prince, because I understand if you don't feel like you're ready to take on this kind of responsibility, then we can, of course, wait until our clan is available.
I can just make it known that you are holding our current prince hostage, in a way, by not helping us bring him out of torpor.
Leslie leans in and says, just between the two of us, I'd understand why you'd want to delay the resurrection of Archibald. I bet you're you're enjoying this newfound position here, and you want to make sure that you're in this position for as long as possible. And I'm sure that when Archibald comes back, he'll be totally understanding of anything that you did to delay his resurrection.
I mean, this conversation's kind of putting a damper on the power aspect of it, but okay.
The last thing that I want to do is put pressure on you to, do prince things on your very first night of being prince.
We don't need to gaslight this. There's no pressure. Before I became a vampire, I was still a 37-year-old woman. I know when I'm being gaslit. I know when I'm being talked down to. There's no... I got that vibe so hard.
As the door closes behind us, Augustyn looks over at Excavo and just kind of grumbles, "The chief of my state of governance exhibits demeanors that on a regular basis that make me suspicious of their intentions."
Yeah, that seems about right.
Does that mean fuck Tremere?
Yeah,
Darby launched himself to back to Darby Manor.
He was spending the last, 30 minutes walking back to Club Wonderland, intent on learning from his mistake.
And doing it again.
He's gonna launch himself again. I'll fucking do it again!
You adjusted the aim of the Trebuscemi for the purpose of missing the garage, right?
Well, I mean, now that the garage is already kind of destroyed, I think I'm treating that as my target. So I'm trying to land in essentially the exact same spot, but better.
Steve, roll one more die for me to help me figure out in my brain exactly.
Yes.
Steve
okay. This is right for you. You are flying because you are a superhero. Augustyn and Excavo, could both of you just roll one D10 for me, please?
Is he gonna land on me?
Maybe.
Is he gonna fucking land on the prince?
We're gonna see.
Oh fuck, he's gonna land on the prince.
Oh no!
So,
Double botch!
Double torpered princes!
Botch on botch action.
And unfortunately, Excavo walks right in your path, and you basically punch her into the garage and then out the other side of it.
Immediate torpor, right?
Sick!
As she goes through the garage, she emerges out the other side in her other personality, which we could call it Prince Excavo. Maybe.
Okay, I am Avaxe. It's Excavo spelled backwards. Avaxe.
Avaxe. Yeah.
I mean, Darby has a new calling, and it is launching himself as soon as it gets dark out of this trebuchet and learning how to use it to get anywhere he wants in the city.
This game has a lot more characters being airborne than I would have expected. So Archibald has the crazy jumps. Darby has a helicopter. Excavo has access to something called the Stank Wing. And you'd think that Augustyn would be left out, but Augustyn could get a tree to throw him.
Yeah. We could do aerial formations.
Is that
the Blue
how
Angels.
We cool Darby off? Is we help fulfill his superhero fantasy and aerial formation pose?
If you ever need to bring him out of frenzy, that's the type of thing that might work. Very creative.
Or if he's in frenzy, just trebuchet him out of
far away,
out of range.
Probably to the prospector camp. Those guys are bad. They have bad luck. Darby would land there, just in the middle of a rage and kill whoever survived the last.
Delete
attack.
that from the map.